This is Dan from guitarfromtheheart.com. Today I wanted to talk about something that's been kind of weighing on my heart a little bit lately. I've been doing some videos, a bunch of videos on kind of like things you need to know to become a good guitar player, a proficient guitar player. I feel like when we first start to play the guitar, we come to the guitar with the desire to just be able to play a little bit. But after a while, we tend to have more of a, I guess like we might see somebody who plays that inspires us, and we want to do what we saw them do, right? We might not exactly want to do what they did, but we want to do something that is our own, that's just as special. And today, I wanted to talk about, why do we play the guitar? Right? So this is not so much a lesson, but just more of some thoughts about why do we play? And I'm going to name the title of the video, Have Something to Say. Okay? Have something to say. Now, what do I mean by that? It's hard to explain in words. But I think what I'm trying to say is, when you play, don't just play it, for playing's sake. Have something to say. I think every time we watch a guitarist, whether they have amazing chops, whether maybe they don't have the most amazing chops, like a player who truly inspired me that I think of often is B.B. King. I mean, the guy was a household name. I knew his name before I even played guitar or cared about guitar, okay? Like, he's this iconic musician. Now, what surprised me is when I started playing the guitar, about maybe 2 years, 3 years into playing the guitar, I saw a video of him doing a guitar lesson, and I could not believe that the guy, I couldn't believe his technique. Like, he didn't have amazing technique. Honestly, he had these big fat fingers that, most people who had fingers like that wouldn't even try to play the guitar. Say, oh, my fingers are too fat. Which we know is not really an excuse. That's not why we struggle to play. Your fingers are not too fat. You're not playing well because you're not, skilled. But this guy, without a lot of so-called chops, made me feel something when I listened to his music. And I think we can take a lot away from that, because it's not so much how skillful you are at playing the guitar that matters, in my opinion. I think what matters a lot more is that you have something to say. Right? If you have amazing chops, that's great. If when you play with those amazing chops, I feel nothing, guess what? I really don't care. I'm just going to say, bro, that guy has amazing chops. And I'm going to be like, that's great. And I'm going to salivate as I watch the amazing chops for a little while. But then once I'm used to watching this guy shred or whatever, I'm going to leave because he's not making me feel anything. But the guy that maybe doesn't have a lot of chops, but he makes me feel something when he plays, I'm going to hang around. I want to come back for more. His music takes me to a place that changes my life. So I just want to talk about that again. Like, I just want to come back to this concept of having something to say. Think about it. With anything in life, do you want to have a conversation with me if I don't have anything good to say? Or if I don't have anything that's going to benefit you to say, do you want to have a conversation with me? Or do you hang around people who have something to say, and maybe even that what they have to say can add to your life, can change your life in a beneficial way? So we tend to listen to music that has that kind of an effect on us, that can change our life, that can make us go somewhere in our mind, in our emotions, in our thoughts, that maybe we can't get without the music. So, that being said, I think that as guitar players, this should be our main focus. And up until now, I haven't talked a lot about it on this channel, because I think that it's really important to have like the skills you need, to have the tools you need to get to where you're going, especially when it comes to playing an instrument, right? It's like driving a car. You just want to go from here to there, from point A to point B. But you need to learn, how to steer the wheel, how to signal, how to do all that stuff before you're gonna actually be able to achieve your ultimate goal, which is going from A to B. Same thing with the guitar. You need to know what a G chord is. You need to know how to play in a key of G. You should understand what the harmonized major scale is. You should know how to play a major scale and what are the degrees in a major scale. How can you harmonize them? How can you mess around with the 3s and the 8s and get different flavors? And how can you use different techniques in your lead playing, like string bending, slides, vibrato, all these things. These are all the tools to get you to where you're going. But what matters, these tools or to get where you're going? Ultimately, the tools serve the greater purpose, which is to get to where you're going. So when I play the guitar, I missed a note or two there. Who cares? What matters the most is how you express yourself, that you have something to say. We're all going to miss a note here or there. And if you have a performance and you really want to share something important with somebody, you can practice and you can do something over and over until you're not missing notes, and you'll be able to share that well. But what's most important is that you have something to say. And you try your best to say it well, So, intensity, Or maybe tenderness. Music is a wonderful gift. When we play it, let's strive to have something to say that we can share with somebody else. That's why I chose to name this channel and what I'm doing, my website, everything, Guitar from the Heart. Because I believe that what we have in here, we're human beings, okay? We play instruments, we play music, but it's all about connecting one person to another. And I believe that we have things, life is hard. life is challenging and there are beautiful things, there are disgusting things, whatever. There are things in life that are hard to go through, and there are things that are wonderful, and we all have different experiences, and they develop us as a person. And I really believe what we have on the inside is what matters, and that this here is an instrument, like the vehicle, like the car. It gets you from A to B. This is the instrument that helps you to get what's inside here out to your listener, to share your experience, your emotion, to share how passionate you are about something, how intense you feel about something, to share feelings of love, of joy, to share warm and fuzzy feelings, right? This is the beauty that this instrument allows for us to share with another person. This is a gift that allows us to share our hearts with other individuals. And sorry if I talked a little too long. I didn't, this is an unrehearsed, kind of on the spot video. But I just thought that I would share that because that's kind of like what Guitar from the Heart is all about. And in the future, I would like to kind of delve into more of this area and maybe encourage you to look at things the right way. I've been playing a long time. I've definitely been, I've gone through phases where I got stuck and kind of lost track of what it's all about and got into the scales and into, pride things, like caring more about like how good I play or what people think of me when I play than actually having something to say that mattered, that would encourage somebody else. So hopefully today I've said some things that have encouraged you and helped you to grow as a player. So reflect on those things. I'll see you next time. Take care.